Hello, folks, and welcome to TBA News brought to you by Subsume. As always, we are here to give you some of the stuff that's going around in the geek spaces that you may not be hearing about, but that you should, and that's why we're here. I am Antonio Pomatus, aka The Hungry Bleak, and with me, as always, is esteemed creator, streamer, artist, content conversationalist of all the conventions and a connoisseur of the. I was trying to think of another con word, but I couldn't, so forget it. This is JabbaChan, y'all.
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Oh, so, my God, there's been a lot going on, but we've been kind of just in our worlds, doing our thing and everything. So it's going to be a nice chill show. So let me ask you, you went to Thy Geekdom Con, and how was it?
It was amazing.
Oh.
It was pretty chill. This was my second time doing this show this year. For this year, so it was pretty good. It's kind of like having like a little reunion because I've made connections with other vendors and artists and stuff. So it's like whenever like we see somebody post like, "Oh, I'm at Thy Geekdom," it's like, "Oh, you're here? What table you at? You over here? What table you at?" So for me, my table was easy because I'm like, if you need to remember my table, I'm A1. I'm the steak sauce. So remember that. And they're like, good to know.
Okay. And you had a corner table, right?
Yeah, I had a corner table this year.
Which is prime real estate, obviously.
Pretty much. Like you said, you have your pros and your cons, but it's like one thing is you don't have to worry about trying to maneuver around people. And then if stuff were to fall off on the side, that was also like, it's empty space. It was good to go.
Now, when
I enjoyed the corner.
What?
Shut up. I knew I said that wrong. Oh my God.
So that's why I laughed, because I was like, I bet if I laugh, she'll know why.
And I'm like, oh God.
Don't worry about it. We've all had fun at the corner, believe me. I'm not judging anybody. The amount of time I spent on the corner.
Sorry.
Anyway, I'm not. Totally unapologetic. Just wait till October. I'll be even worse. So I'm always curious because this ran for how many days?
3 days. So it was from Friday until Saturday. And this is usually the only because it's the toughest one, because for Fridays, I'm pretty much like up all day because the show doesn't start until 3 and ends at 10. Oh. So meaning that by the time I do traveling from where I'm at from Jersey down to PA, then doing the setup, because setup takes time once you get everything in, this, that, and the third. And then it's like, all right, I can either check in at my hotel or just stay there until the show's over and then go about my business, which I normally do. I just like stay at the convention until the show's over with. And that's where it kind of gets like the drag for, because there's a lot of energy going into it. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I enjoy it.
What's your favorite day there?
Saturday.
Really? Okay.
For a 3-day event, it's definitely a Saturday. Fridays is like kind of iffy, and it all depends on when a convention falls in general. Mm. Because for this weekend, for whenever this gets posted, the Geekdom Con was during Memorial Day weekend.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, and for people up in the Northeast, we had a wonderful weekend. Like weather was amazing. So for some of us, if you live in the Northeast area, you're probably either going down to a lake or going down to the Jersey Shore just to relax, or going to Long Island for the beach experience, whatever. So there's enough people to be outside.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Now, was it on Memorial Day weekend last year? Do you remember?
No, it was not.
Okay.
Because I think it was the week before. Because the way I know is that whenever I do conventions, sometimes I don't take the day off after I have the convention. I just go straight back to work, and that's what I did last year. Okay. I went from the convention, and then the next day I went right back to work. So with this one, I had an extra day just to sleep off everything.
Mm-hmm. Just to recharge and just regroup yourself.
Yeah. So yeah, no, last year it was, I think it was like the week beforehand.
Now, I will be asking you this when you do your convention journeys, because you're always out there. Like I said, you are like a journey artist with your conventions and everything, and I always appreciate your takes on the convention, because you're doing so many different ones, from bigger ones to smaller ones, and you have a tendency to go back the next year, so you're there more than just the one time you're there, like, sometimes like consecutive times. So I'll ask you this a few times with your convention journeys. On a scale of one to five, what would you rank this one?
3.
Okay. Okay.
Because it wasn't bad, it wasn't great, but it was like right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Okay. And how was the crowd there? How were the people? Were they nice? As oh, I find that, but this is on the other side of the table. I found that people have become better as far as conventions, but you may have a different experience because you're on the vendor side of the table.
I would say every convention is hard to rate people, but if we had to rate from like just this one convention, it was, for the real estate that I had, it was better.
Okay.
Because I had people like coming like straight towards me, so they can either beeline to the left or beeline to the right, where they can kind of go like past to like the next section of the convention hall.
All right. And how was hygiene?
Hygiene was good.
Okay. Thank you.
Hygiene was good.
Folks, we're making strides. It's happening. It's happening. There was a point where the geek and nerd community had to kind of take a hard left, because it was smelling like a deli out there.
It was
folks.
bad. It was bad.
Like a number 7 with extra anchovies, onions, and oil and vinegar.
Ugh.
It was ripe out here. But yeah. I'm glad that people are. This is gonna sound very weird. I'm glad people are smelling better, or at least not smelling.
Yeah.
People are learning, and this is completely like sincerity. I'm glad that that's happening, because it was becoming a real problem in the community, and it made no sense whatsoever. None. I don't know why and if you know that you have a tendency to become a little ripe during the course of the day, give yourself a little touch up.
Just a little suspicious.
Whatever you need, whether it's deodorant, whether it's some body spray, whether you got to go in the bathroom and get a little something, whatever it is, touch up. But I think that's what people are doing, or people are just getting better products, or what. I'm not sure what it is. One of my key things, and this might sound weird, but it's not weird to me, because this is what I do whenever I do something. Like I have somewhere to go, what have you, like somewhere important, I guess I should say. Do laundry a couple of days beforehand. It gets your head in that right space. You'll have your favorite jeans, your shirt, whatever it is, your favorite like undergarments too. Honestly, we all have a pair of something that we like, that we feel is lucky, or that we just enjoy, whatever it is. And that gets your headset in mind, and you're definitely going to be clean, because your clothes are clean. You're not going to put clean clothes over a dirty body, hopefully. Right. So I think so. So I'm very glad that the hygiene has become better. That's awesome. That's all I can ask for. And thank you so very much. Like I said, I always appreciate your opinion on cons and ones that you go to, because you always have a great perspective and being around them. So I definitely appreciate that.
No problem.
So, on to a con that gives me agita every time I go. Yes, exactly. I can't even fathom. Okay. It is a New York Comic-Con. So it is time for New York Comic-Con. The applications are open for press. As you can see, I will show you here in just a moment, for industry. Exhibitors, artists, press, professional. The applications are open. I don't like to do this because it gives me such agita.
Do it.
But I will do it because it is what I need to do. So yes, it's open. I totally took down the page just because I had already that. I took it down. I wasn't even thinking about it. Doesn't even matter. But the applications are open for New York Comic Con. Do it as early as you possibly can. I'll be doing my applications this weekend, so I can find out if I'm good or not. If I'm not, I'll take my steps to find out whatever's going on, and then you have more time to get your passes. If you are declined, then you still have time to get regular passes because they'll be sending emails later on for when the regular badges are up. If you can, just do whatever you can. If you want to go ahead. I know that if you do a professional pass, I believe, and you get approved, Thursdays are free.
Mm.
And then what have you. I think if you do a 4-day pass under pro, it's 100 and something. I know it has gone up since last year. I remember last year, I think it was like total with tax, I think it was maybe 120. This year's probably going to be 130, 140, what have you. Yeah, so go and apply quickly. Be obviously diligent in what you're doing and what you're putting in. You want to put your best foot forward, and go there, have a great time, and also get your stuff in, do whatever you got to do for your press or your professional, and go there. Will you be there, Jabba?
I mean, it's
understand
debatable.
That first side told me that because you not only sigh, but you go, you put your head there.
So
it was like crumbling laundry. I was like, yes.
My thing is, I was like, for prices, because obviously, like, from coming from a vendor to just an attendee, as a vendor, I already spent enough money for a table.
Yes.
And I'm gonna get that back within like profit from whatever I sell. But if I go as an attendee, I at least want to buy something there. I just don't want to go there and like spend like 65 to $100 and not get nothing from it. Like, I want to attend panels. If it's panels that I like to. You know me. I plan stuff. I make sure that everything goes right at a certain time. Will I cosplay? I don't know. I could open up that cosplay bracket and see what I want to do. I mean, it's been a minute. I mean, I could go the basic route, which I tell everybody to do. It's like the easy, and you can even do this cosplay. It's the easiest one. You want to know what it is?
Black man? Yes.
Close enough, no. But literally, it's the Sims character. Just paint a green diamond, plop it on your head, and literally you can wear any outfit you want. So at least you could be comfortable, and just have like a little either tape it to your back, just have a little diamond sticking out on over top, and that's it.
I haven't seen that in a while. Come to think of it,
I've seen maybe like one or two.
Really?
I've seen one or two people do it. Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a while. The first time I saw it, I was like, "That's really efficient and cost effective. Well done, well done." But I haven't seen it in a while. I think because cosplay has become such a huge thing now. I mean, obviously, especially I want to say the pandemic changed a lot of things where people got really creative and they learned more crafting, things like that. One of my favorites to watch is Diana the Great, where
I think I follow her.
Yeah, where she'll like do her stuff, like she'll she'll tell you about like certain sewing machines and kits, and I found this kit at this, which will help you do this, and this is my first time making this. So I like watching those videos for people because they're very interesting to watch. People got very much more crafty, learned where to buy things, learned what they couldn't make, and just bought it. Which I again, I'm not shaming you.
Which is me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a crafty person like that. So I know what my 3 cosplays would be if I could do them, and there's no way that I could make those outfits. I wouldn't know how to. I wouldn't know.
What would they be?
Their characters are probably nobody really knows. One is Spencer Dales from one of my favorite comics, I should say. Excellence, where he has like a I mean, he wears like regular clothes, but it's the coolest. I don't even think I could get away with clothes. He's cool. It's like it's like a hoodie, and I'll show you the picture.
Okay.
But it's him, quite possibly Spider-Man 2099.
Okay.
Just because like I grew up with the original one years ago when it was X-Men 2099, Fantastic, like all the Doom 2099, Punisher, like when the 2099 universe was around.
Right.
That and quite possibly I'm trying to think of who I would. I mean, Blade would be one, but that's easy. I just need to go to like but Blade would be easy because I could just do like leather or pleather.
True, but then you might get recognized as Morpheus. Just saying.
Oh, with the so
Hmm.
I'd have to get a toupee or something possibly. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
I mean, I'm not saying
mm.
that you couldn't pull off a blade, but I'm just saying because it's so close in proximity between for like leather for a black man. I'm just saying.
I think, or it could be Daddy Wesker. I don't know. So what we
Ooh.
that would be interesting. That I think Blade might be set apart because of the sword, sunglasses. I'll probably have like the tattoos on the side, like the tribal thing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
maybe that might be a little bit more. So yeah, I would probably so it would either be get misconstrued for Daddy Wesker,
Hmm.
Morpheus,
Hmm.
Blade, or just a leather daddy. Whichever one. You know what? Much like the books I used to read, pick your own adventure. Do it. Go ahead. Why not? But yeah, I think that's one of the things that I do love to see about New York Comic Con is the cosplay and all that. It is so great, and I would like to do it. Um, there is time, like I said, there is time. You can decide whether you want to. What I would do, even if you're on the fence, fill out the application.
Yeah.
So at least you have that there, and then you can go from there. So, yes, the applications are up. Go and check them out. If you're anxious like I am, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Get it out of
Do
the way.
it.
I left mine to the
Just
last
do
minute last
it.
year. Exactly. I left mine to the last minute last year, and I got rejected. And I did another one through another thing that I was doing because I was doing multiple things at the time,
Hmm.
and I got it under the other one. And I was like, I didn't expect it, and it said, and I could see by the line it said, "You need to take action." I said, "Oh my god, I got in." All I need to see is that first line to know,
Oh wow. Okay.
yay or yeah, no. And it said, "You have to take action." I was like, "Oh snap, I got in," because the other one's like, we met. Sorry,
It's
homie.
not you. It's me.
Telling you that
It's
it's
us.
you.
Yeah.
It's not, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's cool with me. I'm fine. So our last story is first off, congratulations to Subsume. Temporal 10th was successful with his Kickstarter.
Oh
Outstanding.
yay.
Congratulations to all of you. Great job. Can't wait to read that and all its glory. I pitched in for it and it just looked awesome. Excuse me. So we have another Kickstarter that is out here. This isn't through Subsume. This is just a Kickstarter in general because y'all know I like to show Kickstarters because the
Mm-hmm.
crowdfunding was working. It's awesome. So, excuse me. My goodness gracious, my throat, my throat. We have Latan. Broken City is this one. This is one that's actually new to me. I just became aware of this within like the last few days or so, and I want to check this out. Latan is a story about the depths one person will go, even losing themselves, to redirect the dark path his city has fallen into. Look, I love a good
Mm.
comic about redemption and if someone has failed this city and you have to stop them. I know that was a bad Arrow impersonation. I
I hate you.
don't care. Oh, that's what makes it all worth it. So this is going to be a 26-page, fully colored comic book. It's going to be the first is going to be a 6-issue story arc,
Mm.
which I love. That synopsis is to save the people and city he loves from destruction. Jamal Thompson decides to sacrifice whatever innocence or joy remained within him to move without restraints. To stop monsters, he has become a more dangerous monster, trading in his humanity to install fear in those devastating his hometown and give hope of a better tomorrow for the people and city he loves. So he will not fail this city. He will save this city.
Will he?
He better. I know it's a lot to tell you, but he better. Yeah, this looks really cool. I I just have a place in my heart for comics like that. There's also a trailer that you can check out on YouTube, but I always love going to them. I love when people have trailers for their comics. It
Mm-hmm.
feels great. Like I've told people, I've always said, why haven't you made a commercial or a trailer or some type of sizzle reel for your comic, your publishing company, your whatever it is? Why haven't you? I've seen great commercials and stuff like that on YouTube. Like I've seen them for Batman. And I was like, why is anybody else doing this? Like, why aren't the smaller publishers doing this? Why aren't indie publishers doing this? Why aren't indie artists doing this? I think it's great, and I actually love showing these videos on my show. I love doing that. It's awesome to me. It makes total sense. Why shouldn't you? It's great. So yeah, this is a Kickstarter that's going to be out there. Check it out. By the time this episode airs, which is Monday, it will be, I believe, 20 days that they will have left. 20 or 19 days. Excuse me.
It's 19.
19? Okay. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, because I'm thinking that it's like Saturday for some reason. I don't know why I'm thinking that. If it was Saturday, I wouldn't have to worry about work. So yes, please go and check this out. I'll have the link in the episode description. But it's always cool to get into a Kickstarter and go from there. And I love that. And there you go. So those are our stories for this week. Jabba, what is the next event that you're going to be tabling at?
Oh, God. The next one I'm going to be at is in Morristown, New Jersey. It's called the Garden State Comic Fest. I've been doing this one since, I want to say, 2017, minus COVID, of course. So, like, this is one good thing was, like, why I like to go back to certain conventions if I like to make relationships with, like, the showrunners, because they do pop up at other conventions. So I like to, chat with them a little bit. And we're gonna have a good turnout where I'm actually excited to possibly get some autographs, and like I might just print out one piece that I did, or I might just redo, because if these people know, and if you're a horror fan, Mr. Tony Todd, I believe.
Yes.
So Candyman is gonna be in the building. So say his name a few more times, he might pop up.
No. And because this is technically a mirror, so no.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do it. So I'm excited because, like I said, it's to me, like, this convention is local, so it's not that far for a drive. But I'm like, the fact that, like, somebody that I appreciate is gonna be there, I'm like, I am super stoked. And I've already seen some of the people that I've recognized from other conventions who I've built bonds with are gonna be there as well. So I'm ready for it. And also another one, we were just talking about this before, Billy West. If anybody is a Rocco's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy, Doug, he's going to be there as well. So like I said, I'm going to have a few people that I've seen either before or I'm going to see throughout the summer. So yeah, it's going to be fun.
I was watching Rocco the other day on Paramount. That show is still so funny to me. It's probably, those are shows you shouldn't have been watching as a kid.
Nope.
But as you're an adult and you're watching, you're like, wait, what? That's what I was watching when I was that age. But that show is hilarious. I can't, and it's one of those shows that's a comfort show for me. That I can watch it, like if I'm sick or if I'm sleepy, I can watch it and fall asleep to it and wake up. And if I happen to wake up, I could just watch an episode and still fall asleep. Like, it's one of those comfort shows to me. And that show was ridiculous.
Yep. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that this is the Garden State Comic Fest is their 10-year anniversary. So it's been 10 years since they've been doing the show. So it's like their golden year, as some people call it. There's like I think in convention shows, there's like a certain milestone that they hit. So like if you like from like the first one to the 10-year, that means they've been doing a lot. So like their 10-year is like their good time that they've been here for a while. So 10 years they've been here, and I've enjoyed their stuff. So I'm happy to be a part of their 10-year show run.
Oh, that's awesome. And for them to have Tony Todd is one of those, I mean, you not only know his voice, but like his presence and stuff. I mean, yes, we all know him from Candyman, but let's give this man a little recognition also for the Final Destination series.
I mean, and he's also Venom. So let's
do
that. Yeah.
Which, I mean, obviously the only people that you can get for Venom would be the Tony Todd or Keith David.
Yep, I agree.
I
definitely agree with that.
Those are the only two. I think Tony Todd may have been on Gargoyles. Was he? I'm trying to think if he was. I feel like he should have been if he wasn't.
No, but he was Darkseid in the DC animated movies. So close enough.
Yeah,
He
him.
was in animated in something.
Yeah, him. I think Andre Brower was just one of Wow. Like you think about the voices that these actors have, it's amazing. But Tony Todd is going to be such a. I'm jealous of you for that one because that's one of those actors that's just iconic in anything.
Because I'm like, he gonna be there.
It's always cool to see when they have like a horror con and they have like all the baddies together and he's in there and it's like say like Robert Englund.
I would love to see him in person.
He always like whenever I see interviews from him and everything, I love just the way he's speaking, his mindset, everything, and how the depth that he like knows Freddy and everything, the way he's talking about it. It's always so cool. It's always so. We have to. I think in October, I really want to I want to do a horror episode across whatever I'm doing because I just want to talk.
I am
totally
way. Down for it. I am totally down for it.
You know, so. I think that's everything for us, folks. It was a light week, but look, we're telling you what's going around, what's going down, what's all up in the grill. I don't know if I can even say that truthfully. It didn't even sound right coming out of me. I apologize immediately. So, folks, on that note, this is JabbaChan. I am Antonio Pomares.
Word.
You have a very good day. Enjoy the rest of it, and we will see you next time here at TBA News. Thank you very much, Subsume. We will turn off the lights and lock the doors when we're done. See ya. Peace.
Bye.